Hi, hello, welcome to Yokestock. Actually, I have received few comments in my previous video to make this video in English. Basically, they just wanted to know what exactly I have discussed in that particular video. So, yeah, this is an English video for the people who doesn't understand Telugu. I was trying to explain the difference between the illegal immigrant versus the illegal student. Basically, how they become a illegal. So if you wanted to know exactly, please follow all the way through and just don't ignore it, leave it in between. Okay, let's dive into the topic. So the difference between a illegal immigrant and the illegal student. The main focus is on the illegal immigrants at the moment in America. Trump is trying to get rid of all those illegal immigrants. Who is the illegal immigrant? The people who crossed the borders through the Mexican borders or in any form of shape, like if you traveled from India on a visit visa and then you ignore the length of stay, and after that if you are trying to stay back, so you will then become an illegal immigrant. So in the same way, the people cross the borders in any form of shape, by flights or by bus or by walk, or without having a valid document, proof of document. Means like if they catch you, you cannot show anything, like you have a valid visa, or you have a valid some sort of stay, like asylum stay or any sort of legal stay. If you don't hold it, then you will then become a illegal immigrant. So that means this is the right time for them to get rid of these people so that the country will be clean. So that's what the Trump is thinking about. I know, I mean, it's not that easy to get rid of all those illegal immigrants, because they will do a lot of domestic works and cleaning works, and I mean, not all those Americans will do all these jobs. Anyway, that's a different matter. So that is what the illegal immigrant means, that who doesn't have a proper valid visa or proper valid document. So they are undocumented migrants. Next one is illegal student. What is illegal student? Illegal student is basically who comes to US with F1 visa, and then they will switch to OPT, and then they will switch to H1B, and further that is the regular way of processing the visa from visa to visa and settle in United States. But what some of the students will do, actually they are not allowed to do a part-time jobs outside the campus. They should only do the part-time jobs at 20 hours or whatever the number of hours that they are entitled to do in between the campus only. Whereas in a campus canteen or under the professor or whatever the possible way in a campus, if you are working outside, I mean, most of the students are coming to abroad just to make money. I know very few people that they want to do a proper graduations or a post graduations, and they want to settle down in a proper manner, like apply for a legal way. But I mean, I've seen a lot of students, they find a way to get into another country to make money. I mean, they will pay first semester fees, and then they will look for some making money, and they wanted to cover the rest of the fees with the way of making money working in somewhere else and send some money back home. But always they keep on thinking about how to make money. They just ignore the studies, and they forget the goal that they came to America to do what. So in such cases, that they will become illegal student. If you are started working outside the campus, means like in restaurants or motels or supermarkets or any way, you are working as illegal. So that's not the legal way. You're not respecting the law of the land. So if you are a student of a university, you should respect the rules. Then only take the student visa and come in here. I mean, if you find a job in a university, then fine, go ahead and do it. If you don't find a job, just make sure that you have enough money to study. If you don't have enough money to study, don't come there. So how OPT students will become illegals? I mean, if you start running a payroll without having a job, means like some people will get a job. I mean, not all the students 100% to 100% will get a jobs. So the people who don't get a jobs, obviously they have to go back after they finish their university. They don't want to go back. I don't think anybody coming to America doesn't really want to go back. So they wanted to stay back in any way, that they will start applying for a OPT through the agents. There are a lot of agents in our Indian agents or Chinese agents. So many people are, I mean, one point in time they are employees, they are now become agents. So they apply the visa and they run the payroll. So you will run the payroll, they will pay the tax behalf of you. You will work somewhere as a cash in hand or some sort of way that you will give that money to them to pay your taxes, but you don't get any money into your bank account. So if you get caught in this situation, they will ask you to bring your bank statements. So your bank statement doesn't really tally with your employment pay slips. So that means that you are running a payroll, means that it is illegal. Definitely it is not a legal, because you are running a payroll without getting a proper pay. Just to keep going, you are, I mean, you don't want to show any gaps in between. So that is the reason we will run a payroll. That itself is an illegal. If you get caught, definitely you will have to leave the country or whatever the situations that happen at the time. The same thing applies to the H1 visa as well. In between, sometimes if you lose a job, you have a 60 days to find a job, or there are some certain rules for H1B. I don't exactly know, but yeah, if you don't get a job in between the time period that you can stay, what you will do, you start running a payroll through the agent. So obviously you will give some money and they will pay the tax, but that is definitely not legal. So when you go for a H1 extension, or sometimes if they go through your background verification, or they check everything, they check your bank statements, or in case if they have any information, so that time you will then become illegal. So any form of shape, if you're making a mistake which you are not following the law of a land, is definitely illegal. So my best suggestion is, please do not fall into those kind of traps that where agents will tell you, when you go to America, you can find a job, you can work 20 hours, you can work 40 hours, and then you can start making money, you can send the money back home, you can pay the tuition fees by earning money. So students, my best advice, before you leave the country and go to America, please go through proper, there are a lot of website, the ICE website. If you go through the ICE website, that is actually that website itself is telling you what to do. Customs and Enforcement website, literally giving you an opportunity to read through, but you don't read. A lot of students really doesn't care about the paperwork and doesn't care about the rules. They will just blindly follow through the agent, whatever the agent says. You just pay the money, give the money to the agent, and everything he will look after. And then once everything is done, you're ready to go to America. Once you landed in there, you will get in trouble. So learn the rules wherever you are going to. Please, first of all, find out about that country. Stop sending messages about the employment. Do not make any mistake about the employment. Don't send any messages to your friends that, yeah, can I find a job as soon as I get there? Where can I work? Can I work in a McDonald's? Can I work in a motels? Can I work in a restaurants? Avoid sending those kind of messages to your friends, because student is not allowed to work outside. So try to be safe by sending minimum messages. You can ask any friends, like, where can I stay? What is my accommodation? Can I stay in a hostel, or this type of is fine. But anything, even if your people are OPT also, sometimes they turn back because they might find out that you're not really working. OPT people went back for holiday. When they come back to the United States, obviously they will stop at the airport and they will ask your history and they check your emails. Even you format your phone, they have a right to recover your phone and check. So you'll have to be careful when you are doing these sort of things, like, it's not 100% genuinely. We cannot stay in any country, but you have to respect the law of the land. You cannot simply complain on a Trump comes and doing all this at the moment, because that party is anti-immigrant party. They are actually looking after their own country. It is the same for our country as well. Wherever we born, we have to respect the country, love the land. And if somebody come to our country and steal our work, where are we going to go? Same thing is happening in America. That's what they realized. So we cannot really say, as long as you are legally living in that country, nobody can touch you. So if you are trying to be illegal and doing something dodgy, obviously one day you will have a problem. So that's what the difference between the illegal immigrant and how the OPT can become illegal, and the H1 can become illegal, and the student can become illegal. Once you start doing any illegal thing, they will have a history. Every government will keep an eye on everybody, because nowadays we have so many resources like artificial intelligence and so many other resources that they can catch you. And the one other thing I will tell you, I wanted to tell you is basically, actually at the moment ICE is not really looking for Indians. They are looking for Mexican migrants in everywhere. When they come to look for the Mexican migrants, obviously our Indian boys are getting caught because of, they will ask you, what are you doing here? What do you do? I'm student. What are you doing here? I'm working in here. You're not allowed to work. That's it. End of the story. He'll be deported. So those type of things, actually they are looking for a Mexican migrants, but unfortunately our Indians are getting caught. So we don't know. There are 18,000 illegals, actually not illegal students or illegal H1s, or 18,000 illegals are basically how they cross the border, are the people overstayed their visit visa or any other illegal stay, or without having a passport, or without there they find some route to get into the America. There are 18,000 Indians at the moment that the list is, and Trump is trying to send them back, and our foreign minister Jaishankar is said like he is happy to take them back, but we don't know at the moment how they are sending back and what is the plan. But my sincere advice to everybody is, who are coming to the America, please be careful and read everything, find out everything, go through YouTube or go through there are websites, and you just don't go to the agent blindly trust and book a flight and come in here. Learn everything, explain everything to your parents. The main important thing is what you are doing. If any OPTs or any students are illegally working in America, now this is the time to let your parents know what exactly are you doing. Because if tomorrow you get caught and they turn you back into India, your parents will really feel bad that they don't know exactly. They can't face, sometimes some neighbor or somebody asks them like why did your son come back, because of the situations everybody know what's happening. So he cannot go back and say that my son turned down because of this illegal stay. So that is the reason you explain to them, if there is any problems for your stay or you don't have enough money, don't trouble yourself and don't trouble your parents. Just simply go back. You can, as long as you are alive, you can live anywhere. If you are getting into trouble, you don't have anybody in that country to come and knock your door to help you. So legal system, that again you'll have to pay a lot of money. So it's not easy. Like if they find you, and it's going to be too much money to pay. So better be legal, better be safe. Anybody who is coming to US for education now, try to be legal and make sure you have enough money to study even you don't have a job. Don't think as soon as I get there I can get a job and I can pay my tuition fees. That doesn't work out. If you have a money, you come here and study and get into a good job and be a happy life. Okay friends, please, if you like this video, forward it to your friends and give me a comment. Just give me a thumbs up to encourage my videos, and subscribe as well. Thank you.